Hi, everybody. Dugraz here with Dugraz Reports. Unless you've been living under a rock recently, the Capital One Venture X card has been on everyone's radar, it seems like. This is the new premium travel credit card offering from Capital One. Came out late last year, and one of the most compelling features about it is the sign-up bonus offer. If you can spend $10,000 on this card in the first 6 months after account opening, you will get 100,000 miles. Now, that's a lot, but it can be done depending on your circumstances. There is also 10,000 miles a year you get on your anniversary, which is worth roughly $100 depending on how you use it, and a $300 travel credit. There is a $395 annual fee, but the $300 plus the $100 equals $400 roughly offsets that annual fee. Worst case scenario, you're probably erasing your travel purchases, and it's a net no fee card. Actually, you get $5 a year essentially for having it. So another thing that you've probably heard is that there is a rumor going around that this sign-up bonus offer for the 100,000 points is going to be going away relatively soon, a week from today, actually, March 14th. Here's an article from the Doctor of Credit. The Capital One Premium Venture X card with 100,000 point sign-up bonus. You'll see down here it says, we've heard from Capital One that the sign-up bonus offer will be valid until March 14th. And this extra $200 mentioned is that's the wrong screen, is a temporary vacation rental credit for Vrbo or Airbnb, that sort of thing. So the question or the dilemma that I have is, should I sign up for the Venture X card? Should I push ahead and do it before March 14th? There are both pros and cons, which I'll discuss briefly. If this sort of topic interests you, please subscribe to the channel and please click the thumbs up button. On this channel, we talk about finding epic value, including but not limited to credit card rewards for the average American. Let's keep going. So what would be some reasons not to get the Venture X card? I mean, 100,000 miles sounds pretty good, and it can transfer to a variety of places like Wyndham Hotels, British Airways, Air Canada. You can use their own portal for effectively 1 cent per point on travel. And Capital One has a travel eraser feature where if you purchase travel, you can erase those travel purchases at 1 cent per point. You are earning at a rate of 2 miles per purchase on every non-portal purchase, better in their own portal. So worst case scenario, you're getting the equivalent of 2% cash back. So it seems like there's lots of pros, but some of the cons, one is the annual fee itself of $395. Even though you can earn that back, I feel like since I'm an intermittent traveler, I'm not traveling constantly, I have a family, I have a regular job, I have to be a little careful not to get too many travel credits. My goal is to travel for free. I don't do a lot of paid travel. So if you had, say, 8 cards and a total of $3,000 in annual fees and $3,000 in travel credits, I probably wouldn't be using that anyway, at which point I'm just using the cards for the credit. So you have to be careful not to go too far, even though it is net no annual fee. Secondly, is that spend is kind of hard to hit. 100,000 miles after spending $10,000 within the first 6 months. Now, for some people, that'll be harder than others. A special advantage I have is my folks live in an old folks home, and their rent and cares are more than $4,000 a month. And there is a 2.5% fee for paying it, but effectively, out in roughly 2 months, just a little over, I could put $10,000 of spend on my card by paying their fees for them at the assisted living home, and then they would reimburse me everything other than the 2.5% fee. So I could spend $10,000 for $250. In other words, I could basically buy the sign-up bonus of 100,000 miles for $250. So it works out for me, but other people might have a higher spending threshold. And of course, the other downside is you want to guard your credit report. So Capital One pulls from all 3 credit bureaus. So you're going to have a hard inquiry on all 3 credit bureaus. And if you are someone that wants to think about getting Chase cards in the future, you have to think about your 524 status. Personally, I'm at 124 right now. So if I apply for this, it'll jump me up to 224. I kind of think that's okay. And then last but not least, with $10,000 of spending, what else could you put it on? Well, another Capital One card that I have my eye on is this one right here, the Saver One rewards. Now, both the Saver and the Saver One are cards that give cash back on a variety of things, but one of those is 3% at grocery stores. Now, I would choose the Saver One because it's no annual fee, whereas the Saver is $95 annual fee, and there's no credits to offset that or recover it. I don't think I'd dine out enough to make the extra 1% worth it or do entertainment. But 3% at grocery stores for both of them. I do buy a lot of groceries, and I can always buy third-party gift cards or something like that at a grocery store. So I already have a Capital One card, a Quicksilver. I do have the option of transferring or product changing that Quicksilver to the Venture X. They've sent me lots of targeted emails saying that's an option. It shows on my account when I log in, so I could do that. I've thought about product changing my old Capital One's card to the Venture X, so I get all the features of it, but I wouldn't get the sign-up bonus. And then pairing it with a Saver One rewards, there is a way to send your cash back on the Saver One over to the Venture in the form of points. So I'd be earning 3x effectively instead of 2x at grocery stores. So I did a little comparison thinking about those 2 alternatives, and I have those up here. This is kind of quick and dirty, but just a couple columns for you. The Venture X would get me $10,000, 100,000 points for the sign-up bonus. The Saver One would get me $20,000, $200, but it becomes 20,000 points. You have to spend $10,000 on the Venture X, $500 on the Saver One, and you get 2x on grocery with the Venture X because you get 2x on everything instead of 3x. Let's just say in a hypothetical year, I spend $10,000 on groceries. That's probably actually about right. You can buy things other than groceries at a grocery store, like toiletries, deodorant, that kind of stuff. In year 1, I would get 100,000 points from the Venture X, 20,000 from the Saver One. Category bonuses, I would get another 20,000 because if you spend $10,000, you get 2 points everywhere. You get 20,000 points. That adds up to 120,000. With the Saver One, I get 30,000, and I add that to the sign-up bonus, I get 50,000. So I wrote victory by. In other words, in the first year, the Venture X would have 70,000 more points than this other setup where I sign up for the Saver One and product change to the Venture X. In year 2, if I spent $10,000 on groceries on a Saver One, I get 30,000 points and 20,000 on the Venture X. So the Saver One would come out better by 10,000 points. Now, would I really spend $10,000 a year on the Venture X at grocery stores year 2 and beyond? Almost certainly not, because I have other cards that earn a lot better than that. You think of like the Chase Freedom and Freedom Flex rotating quarterly categories, for example. That's way better. But even if I give the benefit of the doubt, best case scenario, the Saver One is only going to get me an extra 10,000 points a year. So I wrote down here, I would have to do 7 years of grocery spend on the Saver One after the first year to make this worthwhile. And I think the big takeaway is that the sign-up bonus is the most important factor by a giant factor. And I've tried to tell myself this many times. Category bonuses are great, but you're always going to get more points with a sign-up bonus. Now, is it possible that after March 14th, the Venture X could actually increase the sign-up bonus? I suppose it's possible. What do I think are the odds of that happening? Teeny tiny, less than 3%. I think it's going to kind of mimic the way the Sapphire Reserve went. A big 100,000 point sign-up bonus to get people in the door, and then a lower sign-up bonus after that. Hopefully a lower spend threshold, because that'll help other people. But like I said, in my case, the spend isn't a big deal. So think about what's right for you. But in my case, I'm leaning towards going ahead and getting the Venture X, or at least trying to. Who knows if Cap One will approve me before March 14th. I don't want to have lots and lots of credit cards or be constantly signing up. So the argument of, well, think of all the other credit cards you could sign up for, $10,000 of spend doesn't really appeal to me. I'm willing to put more spending on one card for a bigger sign-up bonus. And I think the key takeaway is I want 100,000 points that I can transfer to other transfer partners. And a lot of those overlap with either Chase or American Express, so it fits well for me. Please put a comment down below about your thoughts. Do you think I should sign up for the Venture X? Will you sign up for the Venture X? Or is that just a terrible idea and I should avoid it altogether? As always, may your spending be frugal and may your points be plenteous. Bye.